Hi, I'm Jane Reardon with the Illinois Supreme Court Commission on Professionalism. Welcome to Reimagining Law. In this series, legal professionals are exploring with us ways to deliver legal services to better meet the needs of today's consumers. Today, I have with me Alicia Washington. She's an associate judge in the 10th Judicial Circuit in Illinois. She sits in traffic court in the Peoria County courthouse, and she's also a commissioner with the Commission on Professionalism, so I enjoy working with her in that capacity as well. Welcome, Judge Washington.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Let's jump right in. We are 6 weeks into orders establishing that the courthouses can only deliver essential services or emergencies. How is that being handled in Peoria County? We know that in Illinois, we do not have a unified court system across the state.
Well, we have had the best of both worlds in terms of having our judges and our stakeholders, such as our court administrators, our clerks, our security staff. Everyone has really teamed up, and let's not forget also the cleaning staff that have made sure throughout, our building maintenance team has made sure throughout any in-person visits of judges and other essential staff members that we're all safe. It has truly been a journey. We have essential services that have been laid out, not only by the Supreme Court, but our local chief judge has made sure that essential hearings such as juvenile hearings, anything involving orders of protection, domestic orders of protection, whether it's an emergency order of protection or a plenary order of protection, and mental health hearings have all moved forward, including multiple criminal issues as well.
So in many circuits, these are moving forward via remote hearings. What's been going on in Peoria County with respect to telephone or video hearings and appearances?
Currently, multiple judges are conducting hearings through Zoom. It's also been said that our civil judges have utilized this particular Zoom product for case management conferences. I do know from experience of actually working on a particular day in the criminal court that scheduling conferences, arraignments, multiple items are occurring via video. We are lucky enough to have a sheriff that has great equipment in different courts, in different jails. So it's been a wonderful experience to note that mental health court has been conducted via video so that our judges do not have to go to the hospital. We're also having witnesses appear, orders of protections, emergency orders of protections, as well as plenary. So the judges are all busy in multiple capacities at serving the public in this very important time.
Judge Washington, you sit in traffic court, very high volume court. What is most challenging about delivering justice these days in high volume courthouses or courtrooms?
Not being able to speak directly with the public, I think has been difficult, because after a certain period of time in a high volume courtroom, you become a source of information on a regular basis to them daily. And so that's been difficult.
So how are those people getting information if it's not through you?
Well, luckily, we have a chief judge who has been consistently updating executive information that's been made and sent out through administrative orders. Our news media has played a huge part into delivering information. Our website for our county has been updated consistently. And our clerk's office is busy on a regular basis receiving phone calls. And so everyone has been challenged to really deliver services at a level of which we never could have imagined.
Yeah, that's so true. Now people are just beginning to talk about reopening for business again. What suggestions would you have for people to consider before the courthouses are reopened to the public?
I think each courtroom is different and each courthouse is different. And I think that in order for services to be delivered, everyone needs to feel safe. And perhaps the health department or additional individuals that the chief judge of each circuit believes is necessary to go and investigate the makeup, the general design of that courtroom, so that not only will the judges be safe, but everyone who plays a part in delivering justice, and each individual who has to step inside that courtroom, whether it's a private attorney, a public defender, or litigant. I want everyone to feel comfortable knowing that the pandemic has affected all of our lives.
You were saying earlier that you just had a meeting planning for that. Can you say a little bit more about what that consisted of?
Certainly, traffic court is always changing as our world is changing. And it was a big deal to move from paper to being electronic. And so now we find ourselves without the ability to have a large group of people in the courtroom at one time, given this pandemic. And so all of our stakeholders have really linked arms and decided we need to deliver services to our public. And so we are in the process of delivering Zoom hearings and appearances, and offering for those individuals who do not have the ability to utilize Zoom a telephone number so they can dial in and inquire about their case, not just the miscellaneous clerk number or a state's attorney's number, but we're actually giving them a dedicated traffic number so that they can contact us and attempt to resolve matters while they are sitting at home. But we also understand some people during the pandemic are not equipped to deal with anything other than living and attempting to make it through the day. And so, of course, we will issue continuances for those individuals who do not participate in the process. But we at least would like to try new endeavors, because that's the only way that change occurs.
When you said earlier, Judge Washington, that all the stakeholders were linking arms, I assume you meant that not literally, but figuratively. Am I right?
Oh, certainly. There is something that I practice, and that's called leadership from the bench. And while wearing my mask, that was one of the first statements that I made from the bench. I expect for everyone to exercise the term social distancing here in this courtroom. And I think most people take it to heart. And as you understand, starting May 1st, face coverings will be necessary and required in different areas. And from the bench, I'm wearing a mask. It's not just about me, it's about everyone inside that courtroom. And I want to certainly make it available and make it comfortable for anyone else who wants to wear a mask inside that courtroom to exercise that.
Judge Washington, thinking big picture for a minute, what do you think this experience that we're all having with COVID-19 will mean in terms of transforming judicial and court services down the road in the future?
You know, it's an interesting concept, because I think for so long, justice has only looked one way, and that's been inside of the four walls. How you enter the courtroom, where the courtroom is located, our dockets are all labeled by what courtroom, what physical space, which box you have to enter. And I think from this point forward, hopefully, minds will come together and realize it's 2020. And people do have busy lives. And out of the convenience of justice, we do have matters that are necessary for individuals to come in and speak with the court. However, there are some items with our technology that I do believe could be utilized just to assist some of the people that have not been reached in our communities, so that we could build trust, more trust with our court system.
Thank you, Judge Washington, for your time today. Do you have any parting thoughts you wish to say?
I certainly want to recognize the hard work that everyone all over our state has contributed to delivering justice, even when individuals are not able to enter the courtroom physically. I do believe that the technology is important. However, I do want us all to recognize the lives that have been lost as a result of COVID-19, especially for those judges who have served on the bench and other staff members who assist with making sure that justice occurs daily, from the person who opens up the door to the person who disinfects. I do know that a lot of lives have been lost, and I think we use the term COVID-19 as a term of art, as we do a lot of times in the legal community. We have terms of art, but for a lot of people, it means different things. And I certainly want to send out well wishes to all those who've been affected throughout the globe.
Judge Washington, I really appreciate those words, and I'm sure our listeners will as well. And appreciate you joining me today, even though it's virtual. I can't wait until this is over and we're not separated by a screen. And folks, please like and share this video and subscribe to our channel to get updated on new episodes.